Morning guys, my name is Thales. You're watching my channel dedicated to English language. Remember, this is a video from my intermediate advanced playlist. You can figure that out already. Maybe you have already figured that out because the name of my videos always come with the type of video I'm talking about. For example, basic videos come with the highlight basic, and intermediate advanced videos, intermediate advanced is on the highlight of the video. Before we begin, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and give a thumbs up if you enjoy the content, okay? I record videos almost on a daily basis, right? And intermediate advanced videos, such as this one, are recorded in English only. The basic videos, on the other hand, have explanations in Portuguese. So you can choose whichever you prefer, right? The videos that suit you the most, because there is content for everyone. And right now we are recording grammar, right? But after we finish the grammar cycle, which already has almost 400 videos, we will start recording about other topics, okay? So what are we going to talk about today? Today we will make a review video, right? The purpose here is to make a review video about expressions such as little, few, right? Which we have studied in the last 2 or 3 videos, right? Much, many, few, little. This review video will reinforce some of the concepts of some of the rules we have been explaining for the last 2 or 3 videos. I highly recommend that you watch the previous videos as well. As they build up, it's like a ladder, right? It escalates quickly sometimes, but it's like a ladder. It has some requirements. If you watch the previous videos, you build the basis for the next ones, right? It's a complete grammar course. Let's get into it. Well, let's start with today's topic. First of all, let's see whether we use little, few, much, and many. Let's just remind you that little and much are used for uncountable. For example, money, food, water, whereas few and many are used for countable. So let's see some examples of usage so that you understand what we are talking. I have little time today. What does this mean? It means that I don't have much time available. I don't have What's the difference in usage here? Little and much in general, they follow a noun, right? Little, much. Much is used when you have a negative sentence, right? When you use don't, you have much. I don't have much time, so time is uncountable, so you can't use many. It has to be much. I have little time today. The idea here when I say I have little time, the meaning, is it negative or positive? It's negative. It has a negative meaning because I'm saying, well, I have little time available today, maybe tomorrow, we can talk later, but right now I have little time. The emphasis here is to say that I don't have much time available. All right? Let's see next example. He has few friends. When you say somebody has few friends, the meaning here is negative also. In this sentence, it's negative. It means that he doesn't have many friends. For countable nouns such as friends, because friends is countable, right? You say one friend, two friends, and so forth. So you use many for countable, many friends. Few is also used for countable, few friends, and much is uncountable, much time. I explained last video that in general, there are exceptions, of course. You have to check sentence by sentence. When you have few and little without the article a, right? You can also use a few or a little, but when you use just few and little, the meaning is negative. And when you use a few and a little, the meaning is positive. But it doesn't apply to all situations, as we have stated last video, right? That's the reason I decided to make this video, because you have to check the sentence in order to understand the meaning. Here, when you say he doesn't have, he has few friends, it means that he is not very popular, right? I have few friends, but I don't need to be popular, right? So you can say, I have a few friends. And these friends are reliable, right? I can count on these friends. I don't need as many friends as somebody else does, okay? And I also said that I don't believe people have many friends, right? Most likely this person has some friends, and the other people he believes that are his friends actually are just colleagues or acquaintances at most. Another example. I haven't got much to do today. Here you use much, right? It's uncountable. We aren't talking here about countable nouns. And as we have a negative sentence, a negative meaning applies, right, to this sentence. Let me check another. He puts a lot of salt on the food. How do you prefer your food? Do you like to put a lot of salt or not? You see, when you have a positive, right, an affirmative sentence, you can't use much. You can't say he puts much salt on the food. No, you have to say he puts a lot of. A lot of is used both for countable and uncountable. Okay? And it doesn't matter whether the sentence is affirmative or not. It's used for both. So that's the reason that we use a lot of. We don't use much, okay? Let me see here. Another example. He has little time to help me. He has a little time to help me. Let's compare these sentences, right? The only difference between the two sentences is the article, indefinite article A. He has a little time to help me. What does it mean? Here the meaning is positive because, oh, he's busy, he's really busy, but he has a little time to help me. He's offering me some help. Okay? It means that he's going to help me, although he has little time. But here, on the other hand, the meaning is negative. He has little time to help me, so most likely he's not gonna help me. Okay? The odds of he helping me here are very little. On the other hand, here, most likely he will help me. Okay? Would you mind if I ask a few questions? When you ask somebody something, here you are asking kindly, politely. You are asking for a favor, right? When you ask somebody to do something, you use a few questions instead of few questions. Okay? Would you mind if I ask a few questions? So the meaning, you could say that the meaning is positive because I'm asking. It doesn't convey a negative meaning, okay? That's the way I understand it. Maybe you you will find other explanations about it, but in my opinion, it conveys a positive meaning, okay? On the other hand, let's see a sentence which has a negative meaning, okay? My city has few tourists. What can you imply from this sentence? It has a positive or negative meaning? It has a negative meaning. My city is a small town, right? It's a small city. It's not, how can I say? I don't live, my hometown is not on the countryside, but it's a small town. Never. It doesn't have a movie theater, it doesn't have a shopping center, right? A shopping mall. So when I say my city has few tourists, it means that my city doesn't have many reasons to attract tourists. So it conveys a negative meaning, okay? Let's see another example. Few people expected him to succeed. Okay, so we are talking here about a soccer match, or maybe it's a job interview, or a situation in which people in general didn't believe he would be able to succeed. It has a negative meaning because when you say few people expected him to succeed, it means that it would be highly, extremely unlikely, right? Few people believed him. So he didn't have much support, okay? So you say few people expected him to succeed. You see? My city is very boring. There are few things to do. Yes, my hometown is very boring. So I consider that there isn't much to be done there. So it has a negative meaning. There are few things to do. Okay? Or you can say, you can also say, there's little to do. There is little to be done. When you don't employ a countable noun, because here we have a countable noun, right? Things. Things require few. Few is used for countable. But when you don't specify, when you don't have in the sentence anything that addresses to a countable noun, you use little. There is little to do in my city. Okay, people, I guess that's it. We haven't finished everything to talk about everything about these expressions, about countable and uncountable, but we will leave this to the next lesson, to the next video. So this video was mostly a review of the last two videos, or the last 2 or 3 videos, in which we talked about countable and uncountable. Next video we will continue, but there will be other situations, other rules, other examples. Okay, so I hope to see you next video. Bye bye.